Yo, what is up guys, it's Highcross, and welcome to the ultimate guide to stress resolution. In this video, I'll be showing you guys the undisputed best way to apply stress resolution to get the least delay possible and help boost FPS in Fortnite. Big disclaimer, make sure you guys watch the entire video all the way through, because if you miss just one little step, it can mess up the entire process and leave you very confused. With that said, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get right into the video. Alright boys, so the method that we are using for this tutorial is the CRU method, and it is undoubtedly the best method to get stress resolution for Fortnite. There is GPU scaling and a bunch of other methods that people do, but in my opinion, display scaling using the CRU method is easily the best and will give you the least delay and least latency possible, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to hop into our first step here. So you guys want to be on your desktop screen, and we're going to navigate down to the bottom left hand corner into our search bar, and we're going to type in %temp%, and we're going to hit enter. Once this comes up, we're going to hit local. Then we're going to hit the F key on our keyboards to bring up Fortnite game. We're going to double click Fortnite game, double click saved, double click config, double click Windows client, and then for when game user settings comes up, we're going to click it once with our left click. We're going to right click, go down to properties, and we're going to make sure that this read only checkbox is unchecked. Make sure that it's unchecked. All right, so make sure it's unchecked, hit OK, and we're going to double click right into game user settings. All right, now once this comes up, we are going to scroll all the way down until we find our resolutions. And for the sake of this video, mine is at 1920 by 1080, and yours is most likely at 1920 by 1080, which is considered the native resolution for Fortnite. So we are going to be changing it to our new desired stress resolution. For the sake of this video, I'm doing 1720 by 1080, which Asian Jeff actually uses. He's a pro Fortnite player, and he's honestly one of the best Fortnite players in the comm right now. He's doing really good in Fortnite tournaments, and so I strongly recommend 1720 by 1080 as a great starting resolution. If you guys don't end up liking 1720 by 1080, you can always change it. I do have a video on my personal favorite stress resolutions. I'll have that linked down in the description below. But yeah, so what you guys are going to do is find this resolution size X and Y, and we're going to kind of delete it real quick and type in 1720. And we're going to leave the 1080 because 1080 is our resolution size Y. And so we're going to do that for all of them. So 1720 by 1080, and there's actually, if you scroll down, there's a few more right here. 1720 by 1080, and then right here, 1720 by 1080. So make sure you hit all four of those. Type in 1720 by 1080 because that is what we are doing. And this is only step one. There's a bunch of steps with the CRU method after this. And so once we're done with that, we're going to hit file, we're going to hit save, and then we're good to exit out of that. And then once you guys get back in the screen, you guys could just hit the X, as you do not need to check read only. You could just leave it unchecked. All right, boys, so step 2 is heading into the Nvidia control panel. So what you guys want to do is right click on your desktop, select Nvidia control panel, wait for it to load up. Once it loads up, you guys want to be under the change resolution section of the display tab. And once you guys are in here, you guys want to make sure that your main monitor is selected. As you guys can see, I have 2 monitors. You guys want to make sure that your main monitor that you are changing your resolution to is selected. Once that's selected, make sure you guys have your native res selected, and we're going to hit customize. At the top here, if you guys see that any custom resolutions have been created, hit the little red X to delete them, and then hit apply to fully get rid of them. And then make sure enable resolutions not exposed by the display is unchecked. We do not want that checked. From there, we're going to hit OK. Now, we are going to head into adjust desktop size and position under the display tab. Once this comes up, again, you guys want to make sure that your main monitor is selected, and you guys want to have no scaling bubbled in. I already have this bubbled in because I play on no scaling anyways. Most of you guys are going to be on aspect ratio, so you guys want to hit no scaling. Also on the screen, perform scaling on, you guys will see I have it on display. There is a GPU and display option. Some of you guys are only going to have the GPU option, and that is for many reasons. The most common reasons are possibly you guys are on a laptop and it doesn't allow for display scaling. It could be that you don't have an HDMI cable hooked up. You could have an old monitor. There's a lot of different reasons why display scaling wouldn't show up. So if you only have GPU scaling, I'm sorry, this video is not for you, and you will not be able to proceed with this video. But if you do see display scaling, make sure you select display scaling, have display scaling on, and that is all for this step. Make sure you guys hit apply to apply everything, and we could exit out, and we are ready for the CRU method. All right, boys, so for our CRU method step, what you guys are going to do first is go into the description of this video and click the top link. That will take you to the monitor test website, which is this right here. and it'll take you to the monitor test forum, the custom resolution utility, which is CRU. And once you guys are here after clicking this link, it'll take you right to the top of this page. We're going to scroll all the way to the very, very bottom until you guys see older versions, all right? The one we are going to select is CRU-1.5.1.zip. All right, we're going to click that, and as you guys can see, it automatically downloaded it into a zip file down below. What you guys are going to do is select it down below. Obviously, you guys can click out of WinRAR, and we can click out of the custom resolution utility website. All right, now this is what it did. So we let it download. Obviously, it opened into a zip file, and now we have our CRU.x, reset all, restart x, and restart 64.x. I will go over what you guys need to do with these reset, restart, and restart. I will go over that once we get there, but first what we're going to deal with is our CRU. So what you guys are going to do is double click CRU, and it'll open right up. So I'm just going to minimize this in the background, and I'll zoom in so you guys can see, and we can get right into our custom resolution utility. All right, boys, so the first thing we are going to do once we have our custom resolution utility popped up is head into this little drop down, and as you guys can see, it actually defaulted to my secondary monitor, which is not what we want. We want it on my main monitor. So I'm going to select the Zowie XL LCD, which is my main monitor. So just make sure you guys know the difference between your main and your secondary so you don't get things mixed up. Next, we're going to come down here and we're going to select this extension block. We're going to hit edit, and we are going to look for the native res with the highest hertz for our resolution. All right, you see this list of resolutions, and as you guys can see, 1920 by 1080 at 239.760 hertz is obviously the highest hertz for the native resolution. We're going to select it once, and then we're going to hit edit again. From here, we're just going to hit copy. This is going to copy all our default settings. It will use it later in our CRU. From here, we're just going to hit OK, and we're going to actually stay on this screen. From here, we're actually going to go to the very top, and one by one, we are going to delete all these, even the detailed resolution that we just copied from. So we're going to hit delete, 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 and once these are all deleted, we can hit OK, and we are ready for our next step. All right, so for our next step under established resolutions, we are just going to hit none for all these that are checked on the side. Just make sure you guys hit none right there. And actually back down to the extension blocks, another one decided to pop back in, so we can just hit delete all under that until no extension blocks is shown. Next, we can come up to standard resolutions where it says 19 slots left. What you guys are going to do is just hit delete all for that, no standard resolutions. We're going to stay in this area and actually hit this add button, and we're going to go under this drop down menu until we find our native resolution, which is 1920 by 1080, and in parentheses it's going to say 16:9. Hit that, and we're going to leave our refresh rate at 60 hertz and hit OK. And from here, we are going to go to our detailed resolutions area. So we're going to select this, hit delete all, and we're going to hit add. And from here, this is where we are going to paste what we originally copied from our extension blocks. So we're just going to hit paste, and that's going to paste all these other settings in. Now we are going to change our resolution to our new desired resolution, which is 1720 by 1080. So we're going to do 1720. We could leave the 1080, and we're actually going to go under this timing area, this timing drop down, and it's automatically set to manual. And actually, shout out to Paragon Tweaks for tweeting out about this. I was just scrolling my Twitter and found the tweet. I'll actually put it on screen right now. But he basically said that make sure you have this set to exact reduced, and he's very well known for, you know, working with computers and monitors and tweaking PCs. So I'm going with what he says, and we're going to select exact reduced. And from here, we are just going to hit OK. All right, boys, so now make sure your custom resolution utility looks identical to this, all right? Make sure no extension blocks, nothing checked on the left. Make sure we have something in the middle here, something up top here, and we are all set, and we could hit OK. All right, boys, so after you guys hit OK, it is now time to open back up the original zip file with the CRU that we originally minimized at the beginning. And so we are back here, and we are going to actually run restart 64. And before I click this, this is actually going to stop my recording. So I'm going to stop my recording, run restart 64, and I'll see you guys after running restart 64. All right, boys, so I just ran restart 64, and the first thing you guys are going to notice is that you guys are on 60 hertz, all right? If you guys play on 240 hertz, you're going to notice it right away as your mouse looks like it's dragging behind like crazy. And you'll also notice that your colors are very sunken in. Your monitor looks pretty crappy overall, but that's completely normal, no worries. And I'll show you guys why. So you guys are going to right click on your monitor and you guys are going to go into display settings. Once this opens up, we're going to scroll down and we're going to hit advanced display settings. And once this opens up, we are going to make sure that our main monitor is selected for our display, all right? So as you guys can see, it again defaulted to my secondary monitor. So we're going to hit Zowie XL LCD, because that is the monitor that we've been stretching this whole time. You guys will see we're on 60 hertz. We can't change it. That's completely normal. We're going to go down to Display Adapter Properties for Display 2. Select that. And under this, we're going to hit List All Modes. And you guys will see these are all the modes, and here's the big reveal. We're going to scroll down a little bit. Boom, right there, 1720 by 1080, true color, 240 hertz. There's honestly nothing better than seeing your custom res actually there, because if it's not there, then there's big problems, so it's nice seeing that. So we're going to select it once, we're going to hit OK, and we're going to hit Apply. And your screen is going to turn black for a second. It's completely normal. We're going to hit Keep Changes, we're going to hit OK. And boys, we are officially on stretched resolution 1720 by 1080. It is 240 hertz. The colors are restored back to normal. In my game, it feels incredible. It looks great. 0 black bars. Everything looks good. So there it is. If you guys followed all the way through, you guys should officially be on stretched res. This next portion of the video, I'm going to go over reasons that you are not on stretched res right now if you follow this whole tutorial. I will go over everything possible that I know of that could be causing this, because there's been a lot of complaints and problems on my past videos with people not being able to get stretched resolution following my past tutorial. So hopefully this video clarifies a lot of those issues and gets you guys all set and make sure you guys understand what's happening with your monitor and why you can't get certain stretched reses or why certain things aren't working. So I'll go over that in the next portion of this video. Alright boys, so if you guys are having problems getting stretched resolution, this is the portion of the video for you. So basically, there's this guy named Huncho. He is an absolute god with stretched resolutions, and he actually made this advanced stretched resolution scaling guide, basically going over what I just showed you in this video. But it is so well written and in depth. It is great, so you guys could just look over this if you guys prefer like typed up notes. But basically, he wrote down some common questions with answers on the bottom. And so I'm just kind of going to go over them with you and kind of going to show you guys what he has. So, can I do this on a laptop? This was a very common question on my YouTube channel. I have a laptop. Why isn't this working? You can only do this if you use an external monitor, okay? You cannot do this just straight on a laptop. You have to use an external monitor. How do I know if I have display scaling? Honestly, he goes a little in depth here. If it doesn't say display scaling, then you don't have it. That's just basically it. Can I use full screen or aspect ratio in NVIDIA control panel? He said no, that is GPU scaling. Can I use windowed full screen? Nope, still GPU scaling. What resolution should I try to use if I only have GPU scaling? Your monitor's native resolution. Can I use multiple resolutions in CRU? Only the top resolution under detailed resolutions and display scaling. Everything under that is a GPU scaled version of the top resolution. How do I change everything back to normal? Reset all.x. And I'll just show you guys at the end of this video how to reset everything back to normal, because I get a lot of questions like that on my videos, just letting you guys know. Why is my resolution blurry? Remember, less pixels plus stretch will be blurrier. So this was a big one in my comment section. Everyone's complaining about it being blurry. What we're basically doing is rescaling it down to a less pixeled resolution. So by default, everything's going to look a little blurry and less of quality. So just remember that. You guys can play around with different resolutions if you don't like how stretched 1720 looks. But honestly, 1720 is a perfect balance between being stretched and close to native. It's just kind of a nice balance to make sure that you're not getting too stretched to where everything's so blurry you can't make out anything. And then these are just a few more if you guys want to read through that. So yeah, big shout out to Huncho for creating this ultimate guide. I will have this linked in the description below. It'll be the second link under the CRU tutorial, just letting you guys know. And lastly, let me show you guys how to reset everything back to normal if you end up not liking stretched resolution. So what you guys want to do is actually head back into your guys' folder, and we're going to go to downloads, and we're going to go back into our CRU folder, and I'll maximize this for you guys. I'm going to close that. And so we're going back into our CRU folder, and we're actually going to hit reset all.x. And me clicking this, it's going to probably stop my recording. So hitting reset all is basically going to reset everything. So I'm going to select this right now. I'll pause my recording, and I'll see you after selecting reset all. Alright boys, so after selecting reset all, it actually wants you to hit restart.x or restart manually. In my opinion, it's much better to restart your PC manually. So I'm just going to minimize this, and actually go down to the bottom left here, go to the power button, and I will hit restart. Again, this is going to pause my video, so I'll see you guys after restarting. Alright boys, so I just restarted my entire computer and basically everything is back to normal, but there's a few things that we need to change first. So my recommendation is going into display settings. And you guys are going to notice, if you guys run 2 monitors, like a dual monitor setup, you guys are going to notice it messes it up pretty bad. So I tend to hit identify, and you guys can actually move this around. I'll kind of give a rough estimate on this. And I'm going to, it's already made my display, so we're going to hit apply, and that is that, all good. So we're going to go down to advanced display settings, and we are going to make sure our main monitor is selected, drop it down, hit 240 hertz, because of course we want 240 hertz, keep changes. So basically you guys could do this to your own, and obviously I'm doing this to my second monitor as well, just kind of boosting it up to its max hertz. And after that, we are all good. We can get out of here. And the very last thing you guys want to do, just reminding you, you guys want to go back into your local folder. We're going to go local, Fortnite game, saved, config, Windows client, game user settings. It's unchecked. We're going to go in here, scroll down, maximize that for you guys. And we're going to change this back to 1920 by 1080 for all 4 resolutions. Just like so. Make sure you guys go up to file, hit save, and you guys are all good to close out. You guys do not have to hit read only for that. You guys can just cross it out, and you guys are officially reset back to what you guys started with. And as of course, for everybody who didn't end up liking stretched resolution, stretched resolution is not for everybody, just letting you guys know. So there's no worries if you guys didn't like it. Just follow that little tutorial to get back to your native res. Everything's back to normal. If you guys found this video helpful, please smash this like button and help get me to 3,000 subs. Hopefully this video is the video that helps boost me up to 3,000 subs, because I love making content for you guys. If you guys aren't already following my Twitch, I try to do daily live streams on my Twitch channel, so I'll also have that link down in the description below. And if you guys aren't already joined in on the High Cross Community Discord, I will also have that link down below. Join the High Cross community, stay up to tune with updates and everything like that. Again, hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.